G. You're missing an action. Nabi, do you have your own copy?
Yes.
And Shachi, I have a copy here. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ومولانا محمد المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم بمددكم ونظركم سيدي رسول الكريم حبيب العظيم مدد يا سيدي يا سلطان الأولياء مشايخ بن فيض الداغستاني سلطان الأولياء الشيخ محمد نواز الحقاني مولانا الشيخ هشام الكباني الشيخ عدنان الكباني الشيخ محمد العادل بمددكم ونظركم وجهالنا وإشفالنا وعبدنا المدد يا الله هذا المجلس يا العرش العظيم. Inshallah, we start with our salawat book. And tonight we're going to introduce some Iranian love. We've done the Arabic love, we've had the Urdu love, and tonight is going to be some introduction now into Farsi and bringing some traditional Farsi recitations into our association, inshallah. These are very old, from either Mawlana Jalaluddin Rumi, Hafiz, Sadi, that were recited by modern reciters of like Gugush, Haideh, but actually they were all very spiritual. So we have our own rendition of them, and we're going to practice tonight, and from many weeks now we'll be practicing, and then we'll slowly introduce it into our book, inshallah. Let's start with our salawat book. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala nabiyyina Muhammad alayhi salam. Salatan tadumu wa tula ilayh wa mara layali wa tula dawam.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا فتحنا لك فتحا مبينا ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر ويتم نعمته عليك ويهديك صراطا مستقيما وينصرك الله نصرا عزيزا لقد جاءكم رسول من أنفسكم عزيز عليه ما عنتم حريص عليكم بالمؤمنين رؤوف رحيم فإن تولوا فقل حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو عليه توكلت وهو رب العرش العظيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الفاتحة لنا ولكم يا حاضرون ولمنا ووليكم وأهلنا وأولادنا ولمشايخنا ولمن حضرنا ولمن غاب عنا ولأهلنا ولأمواتنا وللمواظبين على هذا المجلس ولمن كان سببا في جميعنا. إن الله الكريم ينور القلوب ويغفر الذنوب ويستر العيوب ويحفظنا بما حفظ به الذكر وينصرنا بما نصر به الرسول. وأن الله الكريم يجعل مجلسنا هذا مواتنا بالخيرات والمسرات والأموال والبركات ويهدي لنا جميع الحاجات بجعل خير البريات. وأن الله ينصر المسلمين ولن يتنى الله الكريم ينصر سلطان الأولياء مولانا الشيخ محمد ناصر عادل الحقاني قدس الله سره بجاه خير الأبناء. ونقول نية صالحة مع حسن خاتمة عند الموت بعد العمر من في طاعة الله وإلى حضرة النبي سورة الفاتحة.
Thank you. You guys. Alhamdulillah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أنت سلطاننا يا ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وتب علينا وزد حبيبك سيد الأولين والآخرين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. زده يا ربي عزا وشرافا ونورا وسرورا وسلطانا ورضوانا رحمنا في الشيطان ومن تبعه. عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا برحم الله وقولوا لنا في الله أسمعنا بفضل الله. ويا أكتاب ويا أنجاب ويا سادات ويا أحباب وأنتم يا أولي الألباب تعالوا وانصروا لله. عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا برحم الله مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا أبا بكر الصديق مدد يا عمر الفاروق مدد يا عمر يا إمام علي مدد سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا فاطمة زهراء مدد يا إمام حسن مدد يا إمام حسين مدد سلمان الفارسي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا قاسم مدد يا صادق مدد يا بسطامي مدد يا فرقاني مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا فرماني مدد يا همداني مدد يا خلدارو مدد يا خشواني مدد يا عارفو مدد يا فرناوي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا رمتاني مدد يا سماسي مدد يا أمين قولا مدد يا شعب شبان مدد يا أرطارو مدد يا شارقي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا أحراري مدد يا صاحبي مدد يا درويشو مدد يا أكناكي مدد يا بغل الله مدد يا سيدي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا معصومي مدد يا سيف الدين مدد يا بدواني مدد يا شمس الدين مدد يا كهربي مدد يا بغدادي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا إسماعيل مدد يا محمد مدد يا راضي مدد يا مبقي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا سهوري مدد يا مدني مدد يا شرف الدين مدد يا عبد الله مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا شيخ ناصر مدد يا شيخ هشام مدد يا شيخ عدنان مدد يا شيخ عادل مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله
17.
Ya Rabbi salli ala Muhammad, Ya Rabbi salli alayhi wa sallim, Ya Rabbi salli ala Muhammad, Ya Rabbi salli alayhi wa sallim, Ya Rabbi salli wal wasila, Ya Rabbi khusa ubi fadila, Ya Rabbi warda ani sahaba, Ya Rabbi warda ani sulala, Ya Rabbi salli ala Muhammad, Ya Rabbi salli alayhi wa sallim, Ya Rabbi salli ala Muhammad, Ya Rabbi salli alayhi wa sallim, Ya Rabbi warda ani mashayikh, Ya Rabbi farham walidina, Ya Rabbi warham jami'an, Ya Rabbi warham kulla muslim, Ya Rabbi salli ala Muhammad, Ya Rabbi salli alayhi wa sallim, Ya Rabbi salli ala Muhammad, Ya Rabbi salli alayhi wa sallim, Ya Rabbi waghfir likulli mudlim, Ya Rabbi ya sabitu ana, Ya Rabbi la tatarajana, Ya Rabbi baligh lana zuru, Ya Rabbi salli ala Muhammad, Ya Rabbi salli alayhi wa sallim, Ya Rabbi salli ala Muhammad, Ya Rabbi salli alayhi wa sallim, Ya Rabbi taghshana bi nuri, Ya Rabbi hifdhana wa amana, Ya Rabbi wasqi ajnana, Ya Rabbi ajirna min adhabi, Ya Rabbi salli ala Muhammad, Ya Rabbi salli alayhi wa sallim, Ya Rabbi salli ala Muhammad, Ya Rabbi salli alayhi wa sallim, Ya Rabbi warzuqna shahada, Ya Rabbi hutna bisa'ada, Ya Rabbi wasi kulla muslim, Ya Rabbi waqfi kulla mudlim, Ya Rabbi salli ala Muhammad, Ya Rabbi salli alayhi wa sallim, Ya Rabbi salli ala Muhammad, Ya Rabbi salli alayhi wa sallim.
Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik alayhi wa ala alihi. Inshallah, the words are very beautiful on all of these nasheeds. So it's important for us to look at the English to understand the depth of what's being recited. The next nasheed is a deep request from the reality of the family of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Inshallah, page 17.
Ya Rasulallah, salamun alayk ya Rafi'a ash-shani wad-daraji, akbatan ya jiratal alami, ya uhayla al-judi wal-karami, nahnu min qawmin bi sakanu wa min khawfin aminu, wa bi ayatil Qur'ani unu fatarid fina wa malwani. Ya Rasulallah, salamun alayk ya Rafi'a ash-shani wad-daraji, akbatan ya jiratal alami, ya uhayla al-judi wal-karami, aliful batha wa tarikuna
وسلم وبارك عليه. Inshallah, page 22, reminder always for myself that Allah dress us from His Divinely love. That love for the Divinely Presence, that love that's going to be tested, that love that's going to make everything crushed. Everything get crushed except His Divinely Presence. Means everything that comes into the heart of the believer, Allah when He begins to send His love upon that servant, everything else will be crushed to see how that heart stands in the Divinely Presence, not to be affected from all of its crushing and only to be focused on Allah. Allah is our only support, Allah is our only direction, and all other than Allah will perish. Means that Divinely love, that Divinely grace, and it's magnified and sent to us by the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. For us to reach to that rope of reality, awliyaullah come into our life and direct that keep the company of pious people, keep the company of good people, ashiqeen, and that they should be directing you to the love of Sayyidina Muhammad by continuously sweetening your tongue with the salawats and the praises upon the Divinely Presence and presence of Sayyidina Muhammad. That's what gives the tongue its fragrance and its beatific reality, is this type of praising and this type of love. When we read these words and recite the beauty of ashiqeen, they find Allah's love in everything. They don't say, no, I'm Arab, I only recite Arabic, I don't know why you guys recite Urdu. As soon as they come to Urdu they close their eyes, close their mouth, pretend like they don't want to participate. Ashiqeen, they find the love in everything. They feel the energy of the love of the one who wrote it. They want to be dressed by it, they want to be blessed by it. If they start to recite in Chinese, they'll find the love within that. Yeah. We watched the Chinese zikr. They started making something, I don't know if it was Arabic, because it sounded most likely Chinese, it could have been Arabic, but what you felt was the love. You don't care what the words are. I mean, we're not the people of the form, we're the people of light. At least we're imitating to be like that. The people of light, they can pick the feeling and the energy. When you write them, they don't care what you wrote by your pen. Actually what comes to them is the energy and the intention and the feeling of what you were writing. Many people are astonished, they write something but the shaykh felt something completely different. Because everything produces an energy. You can write the most beatific words, but if in your heart is something bad, what sends to him, he feels the bad, not what you wrote. That's why Allah said, I seal your tongue and your mouth when you come to the heavens. Because that mouth, maybe it was just lying there. So these ashiqeen, what they're asking, Ya Rabbi, make my tongue to be in your praisings, your Divinely love. Bring me into that love, every other will be brought down and all that will be magnified is your love. And then teaches that your love has filled and anchored my heart. You are my honour and my light. I want my head to be at your holy feet. I put my sandal on the turban on my head with lot of pride, and I swear it is the crown of my honour. It is my honour and my crown. This Mawlana Shaykh brought for us that inheritance. Put that holy sandal upon your head, put the holy pin upon your being, that I want to be like a carpet for Prophet that his holy feet, just rest your feet on me. You don't need a carpet in the Divinely Presence, let me to be that carpet where I lie down and you rest your feet upon me. And I know at least by under your feet I'm not going anywhere. And under your feet is all grace and all majesty, all blessings. That keep your nazar upon me, don't let me to go left and right for even a blink of an eye. That if your nazar and love upon me, everything okay. If the whole world burns and the love of Prophet is looking upon you, it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be alright, inshaAllah. We pray that Allah dress us from those realities and bless us from that reality, inshaAllah. Page 22.
Sayyidi ya Sayyidi Muhammad ya Habibi, Sayyidi ya Sayyidi Muhammad ya Habibi.
Ya Allah, send blessings upon as many as the stars appear upon the sky upon Sayyidina Ahmad the best of guides in this excellent journey. And this nasheed about the soul, the camel, when they describe the camel is the soul running to the presence of Prophet that this dunya is the desert and this soul has an immense power from Allah to reach, and it keeps going, and Allah angered by those who neglect their soul from drinking from the fountains of youth and the fountains of refreshment. That Allah wants and created this soul, don't deny it access to the water. The water of life is the praisings upon Sayyidina Muhammad upon the prophetic reality and Divinely presence. The soul is in need to quench itself in the desert of this material world. We said last night, the most powerful is the praisings. The prayers and every other action based on intention. Maybe intention is not good, God has to judge it. But the acts of love, there's no judging. And these sounds that are being made, these recitations that are being made, these sounds are changing the frequency of everyone's soul and interceding for everyone's soul, that every word being recited, the angels are presenting that reality to Divinely presence. And like attorneys they intercede that, Ya Rabbi, they just said Nabi Mustafa, they said Nabi Ahmad, and the one teaching them knows that reality. Ya Rabbi, dress them and bless them from that reality, take them to that station of the reality of these names, dress them, bless them and take away all their difficulties, take away all their darknesses, take away all their sadness, all the dirtiness that they put upon their badan, upon their body and upon their reality. Most powerful are the associations of recitation. Those give us the fragrance, the fruits, the lights, the blessings of the soul. Then everything else that you do is an extra, inshaAllah. Page 26.
Salatullahi ala atikawabi al-rahman al-khayri man raqiban najai. Salatullahi ala atikawabi al-rahman al-khayri man raqiban najai.
page 45 now.
نادي علي المظهر العجائب مجده أولى لك في النوائب. نادي علي المظهر العجائب مجده أولى لك في النوائب. علي 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 يا علي 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 يا علي. يا علي سمعت بالقلب من رسيم يا علي سبحان ربي لك هالاسم يا علي. يا من قال جود كنوز العلم يا علي. صبر المودة مولدك بالتسم يا علي. آخر الدنيا منهجك ملتزم يا علي. القلب صادق بالعدل ملتزم يا علي. أنت لواء الفخر والمناقب وجوهر العزة والمواهب. أنت لواء الفخر والمناقب وجوهر العزة والمواهب. علي 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 يا علي 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 يا علي. نادي علي المظهر العجائب مجده أولى لك في النوائب. نادي علي المظهر العجائب مجده أولى لك في النوائب. علي 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 يا علي 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 يا علي. أشرف اسمك فوق ضمير الكتاب يا علي. اسمع فضلك نال على الركاب يا علي. عيون نورك يبخرس الحجاب يا علي. الفضل مارين وجودك وهاب يا علي. وجود الضرب الذهب يا علي. حبك فريدة وبشرايع وجاب يا علي. شانك فوق الشان والمراتب يا ملغم الإحسان والمقاصد. شانك فوق الشان والمراتب يا ملغم الإحسان والمقاصد. علي 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 يا علي 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 يا علي. نادي علي المظهر العجائب مجده أولى لك في النوائب. نادي علي المظهر العجائب مجده أولى لك في النوائب. علي 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 يا علي 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 يا علي. الكون الكسر إن الأمان يا علي. وجود لك دين الحبيب في الوجدان يا علي. يا أصل طالب وشبيه الأسد يا علي. والتوض خالد يا حيدر شهد يا علي. بالحشر بس حبك يا حيدر سند يا علي. لا مال الطالع إلا ولد يا علي. يوم ظهور الفضل والمطالب لا ينفع الأدنى من الأقارب. يوم ظهور الفضل والمطالب لا ينفع الأدنى من الأقارب. علي 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 يا علي 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 يا علي. نادي علي المظهر العجائب مجده أولى لك في النوائب. نادي علي المظهر العجائب مجده أولى لك في النوائب. علي 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 يا علي 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 يا علي.
Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala alihi. Inshallah Allah Azza wa Jal bless us and bless us. There's no doubt that as soon as you mention the name of Imam Ali alayhi salam, immense light enter into the heart, the madad and nazar of a great Sahabi, great Ahlul Bayt, the doorkeeper of all realities to the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In every difficulty, every mushkilat, every sadness, anything that comes, by mentioning the name of Imam Ali salam you gain that presence, the one whom has the best of characters. That comes that you called upon me, my nazar upon you, my light upon you, that the ashiqeen who achieve a love of that reality, Imam Ali salam gives them from his sword. And they are holders of the Zulfiqar on this earth and on the heavens. That Zulfiqar is the secret of the Sirat al-Lam Jalala, the realities of Lam Alif, the realities of La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah that give them, this is the secret of all binary codes. This is the secret of all realities that Imam Ali salam, that for the love of me, that you love me, you're coming to me. What I have to give to you is what Allah and Prophet gave to me. I give you this Zulfiqar. And they are holders of the Zulfiqar upon this earth, especially upon the heavens. We pray that through the love of their holy presence that they grant us those swords. These are swords of knowledge and realities, not swords of harm. They extremely harmful for devils. But these are the immense realities of the soul, that when they give you that sword means they're giving you the secret of Lam Alif, the secret of La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah, the binary code in which to enter into the realities of the heavens. So pray that Allah dress us and bless us from that quwwah, from that power, from that light, inshaAllah. Page 49.
Allah, 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 ma lana mawlan siwa Allah, kullama nadayta ya qala ya diyan Allah, 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 ma lana mawlan siwa Allah, kullama nadayta ya qala ya
inshaAllah page on the ones who have the Farsi, inshaAllah we'll do some of the Farsi tonight and we'll slowly introduce that into the programs. This is a song from Gugush, Nehmatu Ashiq, and I'll give you some of the English when they're reciting the Farsi. O Master of good and Master of life, Master is a flower, O lovely Master, please remember this poor servant beneath your hand. O my dear lovely Master, may your life be longer and the dignity stronger. May Allah put your troubles and hardships upon your enemies. It's been a long life and I've been under your blessed shadow, and I'm a poor servant that has locked my hands upon my chest to be under your submission. O Master of love, from the angels of paradise you wrote my destiny upon your blessed hands. O my dear lovely Master, may your life be longer and your dignity stronger. O may Allah put trouble and hardship upon your enemies. Loneliness broke me in front of a mirror. Please take the hand of this heartbroken servant. I have fallen in love with you. I have perished so that you don't see me. Oh my Master, your state is very high. Why should you sit with me? I have perished myself so that you don't see me. Oh my Master, your state is very high. Why should you sit with me? It's been a long life and I've been under your blessed shadow. To show my servanthood, I lock my hands upon my chest to be under your submission. You are a source of love, you are from the angels of paradise. You wrote my destiny with your blessed hands. Inshallah, page 18, Nihmat-e-Ishq. You have the page 18? The Ali Sina. She can't sing it, it's actually to sing. You have it? Huh? What you waiting for? Huh? You have it? Yes, ma'am.
آقا خوبه آقا جونه آقای گل آقا جون این کمینه رو همیشه زیر دست بدون آقای خوب عزیزم برو عزتت زیاد الهی قدی و ذلت سر دشمنت بیاد من عمر آزگاه زیر سایه نشستم مکنی زنگیم که دستمو به سینه بستم آقا تو حضرت عشقی از ملائکه بهشتی تو با دستای مبارک سر نوشتم و نوشتی آقا
Alhamdulillah. The next one, Ya Rab, was recited by a famous singer Haida, and its understanding is, Ya Rab, tell me, my Lord, my Master, tell me, my Lord, my Master, what did I say wrong? What did I do wrong? And that I showed myself and my demonic or savage reality to you. Oh my Master, if you don't want me, then that's a sin. I didn't even curse this bad world. Listen to me, oh my Master, listen to my pain. If I make any nonsense, then silence and extinguish me. If I speak nonsense, silence and extinguish me. The word actually is to make me non-existent, that I be non-existent if I'm talking to you nonsense. Tell me, oh my Master, what did I say or do wrong? What did I do wrong? Did I show myself a demonic or savage self to you? Other than the pain of love that you gave to me, Master, what did you bless me with that I neglected? Only in that Divine love, my Master, I asked for support. I fell in love and then I begged for more support. Listen to me, oh my Master, listen to my pain, oh my Master. If I'm speaking nonsense, silence me and make me non-existent. And in the night of ecstasy, if I broke my covenant, by dawn I had repented again 100 times. You put me into a flood and overflew my life with difficulties and hardships. And I saw my ups and downs and I still accepted all these tribulations and tortures under your submission. You sent me into hell's fires and I set up tulips in a basket to present to you. You set me into the hell's fires but I set tulips in a basket to present to you. Listen to me, oh my Master, listen to my pain. If I speak nonsense, make me non-existent and silence me. You took my high station and my credit and I stayed patiently where you left me oppressed. I stayed patiently where you left me to be oppressed. Show me if I bothered even an ant or stepped on a single grain of wheat. Oh my Master, if you don't want me then it's a sin. I didn't even curse this bad world.
بگو یا رب بگو یا رب چه باید گفتم چه باید کردم که نزدت خویشتن را دیبادت کردم مرا یا رب نمیخواهی گناه هست و اگر نفرین به این دنیا یه بد کردم به حرفم گوش کن یا رب به دردم گوش کن یا رب اگر بیهوده میگویم مرا خاموش کن یا رب اگر بیهوده میگویم مرا خاموش کن یا رب بگو یا رب چه باید گفتم چه باید کردم که نزدت خویشتن را بی‌بدت کردم
And one more we try for tonight is Komakan Kun from Gugush. Was Komakan Kun, which is the equivalent of the madad and asking for support. Save me, my Lord, with your madad, don't leave me here alone to perish. Save me with your madad and don't let the darkness to overtake me. Support me and support me with your madad, this divine support me with your madad, that this dunya and materialistic world makes people to be heedless in their desires. Like the fish in a dirty lake, prison of its desires, is in need for the fresh sea, the air, the Muhammadan Qutra, the life of force. This dunya is like a prison and my heart is an ocean of realities with your light. Every drop of this dirty lake, this dunya, this temporary desires is lamenting in the eyes to leave me in this darkness. Instead of blood in the vessels of my body is the poetries of seeking your reality. I don't want to waste my life here, staying here blocks my heart from the Divinely realities. I'm in love with your Divinely presence. Such a seeker that is in love of reaching his most beloved. I'm in love with the Divinely ascent of this path and the love of the holy day spring time. I am full of passions of going and arriving in the state of fana and refreshing in your state of baqa. Falling in love with the universal Divinely lovely presence during this holy day spring time. Save me my Lord, that my whole being is affected by this and the coldness which needs your fiery love. Save me my Lord, you must reach to the Divine satisfaction. This dirty lake is very limited upon us and we must reach your infinite oceans of reality. Our heart is in such an ocean that this dirty lake is like a prison for us. Every drop of this dirty lake is lamenting for us to leave the darkness. In the vessel of our being is the fiery thing, the poem of leaving this darkness towards your Divinely light. Support me with your madad and it's time to begin this mystical journey. Shall we try this last one and then we start the khatam inshaAllah.
کمکم کن نظر اینجا ببینم تا ببوسم کمکم کن نظر اینجا لب مرگو ببوسم کمکم کن عشق نفرین پروایی میخواد ماهی چشمه کنه هوای تازه عاشقم مثل مسافر عاشقم عاشق رسیدن به انتها عاشق بوی غریبانه خوش تو سفید غریب جاده ها من پر از وسوسه های رفتن و رسیدن و تازه شدن توی سلیده توسی سر مسته عشق پرازه شدن کمکم کن نظر این گم شده از پا در بیاد کمکم کن خرمن رغبت من شعله میخواد کمکم کن من و تو باید به فردا برسیم چشمه شیک برامون ما باید بریم به دریا برسیم دل ما دریاییه چشم زندون نمونه مسیح خونمونه تو رنگ بودن ما شعر سرخ رفتنه کمکم کن که دیگه وقت راهی شدنه کمکم کن
انشاءالله. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على نبينا اشرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى اصحابه الكرام وعلى مشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العالية وسائر ساداتنا وصدقنا الفاتحة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. مجلس هي سلطان الأولي مشاغل الفيض الداغستاني فرنشي محمد ناظم حقاني مع شيخ الشام كوباني شيخ الدين كوباني شيخ محمد عادل بمددكم ونظركم بأهل وأهل البيت الكرام. شرب النيات خاتم خارجان. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أستغفر الله 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 الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم أتوب إليه إنه هو التواب الرحيم من كل ذنب ومعصية ومن كل ما يخالف دين الإسلام ومن كل ما يخالف الشريعة ومن كل ما يخالف الطريقة ومن كل ما يخالف المعرفة ومن كل ما يخالف الحقيقة ومن كل ما يخالف العظيم يا أرحم الراحمين يا الله. اللهم يا مسبب الأسباب
يا مفتح الأبواب، يا مقلب القلوب والأبصار، يا دليل المتحيرين، يا غياث المستغيثين، يا حي يا قيوم يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. وأثبت أمري إلى الله، إن الله بصير بالعباد.
Rabbi Sharif, to we see ourselves with Rosa Sharif in the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, bimandalakum wa nazarakum Sayyidina Rasul Kareem Habibul Azim, and in the presence of awliya Allah, that their madad and the light be upon us. Ya Rabbi, just as from the lights of the Urs Mubarak of Mawlana Sharafuddin Dagestani, that his nazar be upon us, his lights and blessing, his secret to be dressed upon us, that the Ashaqeen to be dressed by that light and blessed by that light. Ya Rabbi al-Arsheen.
فاتحة الشريفة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. صلوات الشريفة. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. 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 انشرح الشريفة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا وإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا وإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا وإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. إخلاص الشريف. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. فاتحة الشريفة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. صلوات الشريفة اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم 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 اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم.
صل يا ربي وسلم جميع أنبيائه والمرسلين وكل أجمعين الحمد لله رب العالمين ولشرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى أصحابه الكرام ولمشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العلية خاصة شان نقشبند محمد ويس البخاري سلطان الأولياء الشيخ محمد فايز الداغستاني سلطان الشيخ محمد ناظم حقاني مولانا الشيخ هشام كباني الشيخ عدنان كباني الشيخ محمد عادل مبدي خالق الخلق دواني صاحب زمان سيد محمد المهدي عليه السلام وروح الله سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام سيف الله سيدنا عليه السلام ثم سيدنا أبي بكر الصديق سيدنا عمر سيدنا عثمان إمام الحسن السلام إمام الحسين السلام سيدنا فاطمة عليه السلام وسائر ساداتنا وصدقنا الفاتحة شرف الدين الإسلامي
حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله إلا له إلا له إلا له أنت الهادي أنت الهادي ليس الهادي إلا هو حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله إلا له إلا له لا إله إلا الله 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 لا إله إلا الله
محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد حبيب الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد حبيب الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد نبي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد نبي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد خليل الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد خليل الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد نبي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد نبي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد خليل الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. الله الله أكبر 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 الله لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
يا هو العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أحد يا صمد صل على محمد. يا أحد يا صمد صل على محمد. يا أحد يا صمد صل على محمد. يا سيد يا صاحب يا سيدي يا رسول يا الله. يا سيد يا صاحب يا سيدي يا رسول يا الله. يا سيد يا صاحب يا سيدي يا رسول يا الله. يا سيد يا صاحب يا سيدي يا رسول يا الله. يا سيد يا صاحب يا سيدي يا رسول يا الله. حسبنا الله ربنا 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 الله. سيدنا المهدي خليفة الله. سيدنا المهدي خليفة الله. سيدنا المهدي خليفة الله. أزهره الله أجابنا الله. أزهره الله أجابنا الله. أزهره الله أجابنا الله. أيده الله أجابنا الله. أيده الله أجابنا الله. أيده الله أجابنا الله. نسأله الله أجابنا الله. نسأله الله أجابنا الله. نسأله الله أجابنا الله. حسبنا الله ربنا الله. حسبنا الله ربنا الله. حسبنا الله ربنا الله. يا غالبا غير مغلوب. 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 يا شاهدا غير مغلوب. يا شاهدا غير مغلوب. يا شاهدا غير مغلوب. يا قاربا غير بعيد. يا قاربا غير بعيد. يا قاربا غير بعيد. يا غالبا غير مغلوب. يا غالبا غير مغلوب. يا غالبا غير مغلوب.
حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل. نعم المولى ونعم النصير. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. على أشرف العالمين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. على أفضل العالمين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. على أهمل العالمين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. صلوات الله تعالى والملائكة والأنبياء والرسل وجميع خلقه على محمد وعلى آل محمد عليهم السلام ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. ورضي الله تبارك عن أصحاب رسول الله أجمعين ولتابعين بإحسان وأئمة المجتهدين المعروفين والعلماء المتقين والأولياء الصالحين ومشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العلية. قدس الله تعالى هم زكية. نور الله تعالى حضرتكم مبارك. والله تعالى من بركاتهم وفيوداتهم دائما. والحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة. آمين يا رب العالمين. Can you hear it? Or it's covered? See if you can hear the sound. يا ربي بالمصطفى بلغ مقاصدنا. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ومولانا محمد المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم بمددكم ونظركم سيدي يا رسول الكريم يا حبيب العظيم مدد يا سيدي يا سلطان الأولياء من شيخ عبد الفيض داغستاني سيد شيخ محمد ناظم حقاني مولانا شيخ هشام كباني شيخ حسن كباني شيخ محمد عادل بمددكم ونظركم يا أهل الله وأهل البيت الكرام. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أطيعوا الله أطيعوا الرسول وأولو الأمر منكم. And that a reminder for myself, أنا عبدك العجيز الضعيف مسكين وظالم وجهل, by the grace of Allah that I'm still in existence, and in this holy month, the 5th lunar month, this reality that Allah in this journey from the 36th surah into the 45th surah, that this is a journey into the kingdom, into the heart, the Divinely heart. Allah begin to define that Divinely heart, that it is from the realities of the Muhammadan reality. And then Allah describe that, I have given everything to that reality. That the 5th lunar month, by the power of these awliyaullah that represent the reality of 9, opens the secrets of 45, and the 45th surah and 13th verse, where Allah describes what He has given to Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Sadaqallahu al-Azim wa balagh Rasul Kareem. It recites better than I do, so I played that one. InshaAllah. Allah describing in Holy Qur'an, Ayatul Kareem, and we have subjected to you. And that if we take a path in which to be, nothing in life, nothing in life. This is not about me and Allah and me and trying to find about myself from Allah. I already negated myself at the door, that it's not about me, Ya Rabbi, I don't care anything about myself, I don't exist. I'm trying to be something of nothing. Then this is a dialogue and a teaching that Allah want to give the realities and the haqqaiqs of what He has given to Sayyidina Muhammad, and that we have subjected to you, given to you as from Him, from Allah Azza wa Jal. One showing that one giving, one must be receiving. All that is in the heavens and on earth, and they conveniently leave out certain words when they translate, and they don't have it in this either. Jami'an. Whatever Allah Azza wa Jal describes, we have given to you Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whatever is on heavens, whatever is on earth. And just so that none of your opponents can doubt, Allah Azza wa Jal jami'an, anything between them. Anything you can imagine, Allah Azza wa Jal saying, we have subjected, we have given, they're under your authority Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, all given to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. All of the kingdom of the heaven and all of the mulk of all the created earths, created planets, all the realities of all paradises, all given and subjected to you, and in that are the signs indeed for those who are Ahl tafakkur. So it's not going to be just by reading it quick and going to the next ayah, but they live a life in which only Allah stressed for them that read and slow. What is Allah Azza wa Jal conveying? That I have given everything. Whatever you can imagine of the heavens, whatever you can imagine of all the created planets, universes and galaxies, and made them all subject to you. Malik al-Haqq al-Mubin, the clear king of all creation. Malik al-Haqq al-Mubin, la ilaha illa huwa al-Malik al-Haqq al-Mubin, as-Sadiq al-Wahd al-Ameen, Muhammad Rasul Kareem. That Allah Azza wa Jal describe and give everything is under your authority, everything gift to your Divinely Presence of what I have given to you of realities, and only Allah come into our life and begin to teach us the greatest gift that Allah Azza wa Jal has given to us is a heart. The heart, not your head. Your head is the greatest opponent that God has given to us. He gave us a devil and an angel. The devil's in the head and the angel's in the heart. Because the head is continuously in conflict. The head is continuously trying to guide the body, that what my aqal, what I believe and perceive to be aqal is important, and this will guide me towards these realities. And awliyaullah come and teach the Prophet said, don't leave your head at the door. This way of marifah, this way of realities is based on the qalb. Then Prophet was teaching his holy companions, qalb al-mu'min baytullah. That we are all in search of Allah Azza wa Jal, and teaching that if you want Allah Azza wa Jal, go to the house of Allah Azza wa Jal. And He gave everybody his home, and that's why it's the greatest honour. When we begin to think God has given to my heart and said, my heart is your home, your heart is my home. If your devils are occupying, kick them out, clean it, wash it, circumambulate around it. Make your tawaf, make your whole life to be in circumambulation of your heart, not your maghz, not your head. Allah didn't say purify and wash and circumambulate your brain, but says my house. And Prophet taught the house of God is the heart of the believer. So single most important tool and gift God has given to us, Allah has given to us, is a heart. That heart has to be washed and cleaned. That heart, its reality is based on muhabbat and love. That heart has to have a light of faith, and there is no faith without love. We constantly have to reiterate, the amal and the usul, they don't open iman. You can do all the amal you want, but you can never say, I have faith. It's not something that you say and declare. But Prophet taught, no, once you love me more than you love yourself. The faith is a light that enters into the heart. قُلْ إِنِ كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحِبُّكُمُ اللَّهُ Azza wa Jal, that follow Prophet ﷺ, love Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, submit all your bad character. When we say Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it's love of all the Prophets. If somebody out there saying, I love Jesus Christ, peace and blessings be upon him, power to you, love to you. Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, I love Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, we love them all and we are authorized representatives of them. But any one of these Prophets whom you love, if they're true and your connection is true, they guide you to that reality that we are all brothers, and follow our reality because we're here to perfect your being. And when they begin to teach that if you fill this house, take out hatred, take out all the bad characteristics, because Allah the light of Allah's truth, if it enters, it doesn't sit with falsehood. So our whole life is take the falsehood out of the heart and bring the Divine love. Anything false, it can't enter into that heart. Anything of a temporary nature, it can't enter into the heart because everything temporary is false. So when the truth wants to enter in, it knocks on the door and smashes everything false. Zahuqan Allah described, that it obliterates. So when that light and that praise and that love begin to enter into the heart, they begin to teach this consciousness of the heart, this studying of the heart, the contemplation of the heart. When they're talking love and muhabbat, and very few people talk that way. And they talk about a lot of practices and all the things you have to do, all of that is fine and good. But if its foundation is not love and the character is not loving, and the example is not a fragrant beauty from Divine Presence, but an aggressive and angry person. We went somewhere and somebody was very angrily talking about love. I love you! So if you have a papa say, I love you, woo! Well, that wasn't really love. That was kind of scary. Love is love, and everyone knows what love. You can't fool me in love. Means ashiqeen, they find a Divine grace in everything, and it becomes the way in which they judge their life. That I can't go in that direction, I can't be in that way, I can't be in that kind of character. It will take me out of His Divine grace. It will take me out of the characteristics that Allah wants for me. So our whole life is about my heart being the house of God. How to make my house is the house of Allah. Qalb al-mu'min baytullah. When we take a path in which we want to make our house, our heart, the house of Allah, then you begin to understand this kitab on the latayif. It's not the study of latayif, it's the reality of Allah's house. And everything on this ayatul kareem, سَخَرْ لَكُم مَا فِي السَّمَوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ. Everything is in that reality. So as soon as they studied their heart, that my focus is my heart, I'm going to clean my heart to make it your house, my Lord. All your Prophets must be in that house. Can only be one Prophet? He sent all 124,000 Prophets. You're making your heart to be the house of Allah. Don't you think all of Allah's creation should be there? So then Prophet ﷺ brought the whole brotherhood, that each of the latayifs teaches about the prophecy, their timed and their eternal message. Teach about all of the zikrs, all of the realities, everything must be in that heart, because all of God's kingdom is in that heart. And God's kingdom, Allah's kingdom cannot be found through the head, cannot be on a spaceship, but through the heart of the believer. As soon as they negate their physical presence, pay no importance on their physical presence, Allah begin to open their soul. With their soul they enter into their heart. From entering into their heart, Allah opens His Divine kingdom through their heart. They're going to be on the video, the screaming down there. I don't know who's down there. They have like a Disneyland down there. Then it'll be on the video. can come out. That Divinely Kingdom is all that we are searching for. All its realities in that heart. How to wash the heart, how to purify the heart, how to bring out the reality of that heart. And for tonight we wanted to talk about the angelic reality. That these are lights. When the heart of the believer begins to open the reality of their soul, these lataifs and the study of this reality from the qalb to the sir, from the sir, the khafa and akhfa, there's an angel representing each of those lataifs. That the qalb and the station of knowledge is Sayyidina Jibreel alayhi salam. And what they begin to teach in the world of light, that if you begin to open that reality and open that presence in your heart and in your tafakkur and contemplation, that Ya Rabbi, open this heart, make it to be your Divinely Presence, make it to be your house. Then Allah begin to open all of its realities, and for us to understand what Allah has given to Sayyidina Muhammad, what Prophet has given to his holy companions, his Ahlul Bayt, and what they've given as an inheritance to awliyaullah. They're not walking empty. They begin to teach from the house of Allah that they walk, and their walking upon the earth is the house of Allah. They are holier than the Kaaba. They are holier than the Kaaba. The Kaaba is made from stones and they are made from Allah's hands. The Kaaba made from your hands. They are made from Allah's hands, right? It's stones. It's symbolic, not for the stones, but what arwah and what lights Allah has placed inside the reality of the Kaaba. And those are other talks. Those lights and those realities, what Allah sending His tajalli. But Allah told Prophet that qalb al-mu'min baytullah, if they truly reach to their level of belief, Allah will be in their heart. Allah will make their heart His home, and in Allah's home everything is located. The angels are in Allah's home. The angels are, where are they? So we're open for their soul, is that as soon as the shaykh begin to make a nazar upon the heart, their lataif of the qalb is the reality of knowledges. That Allah in this house of His wants knowledges to enter into this soul, and begins to tell Sayyidina Jibreel that begin to send ilham and inspiration and knowledges from the heart of Prophet all with the permission of Sayyidina Muhammad. Allah's command come to Prophet from Prophet to the ulul amr, the people who take the amr, and these awliyaullah begin to send these knowledges. That qalb and the station of the qalb, Sayyidina Jibreel is present to bring these Divinely knowledges into the heart of that servant. And we said before, when you begin to study the world of light, you understand that why he has to come and go, come and go, come and go. He doesn't know who you are and where you are. He says, okay, I'll just stay with you. And they present a light from Sayyidina Jibreel into the soul of that individual. And there's a light from Sayyidina Jibreel in their soul. And that light inside their soul is in charge of bringing knowledges, bringing knowledges, bringing knowledges. Because wherever Sayyidina Jibreel is, the knowledge is coming. Through that means it comes into their soul, means as they walk with the light of Sayyidina Jibreel upon their soul. Their zikr, their practices, all of that is giving that power and that reality to that presence. The next from the qalb to the sir has to do with the Sayyidina Mikaeel. That through all their practices Allah begin to describe into their heart that in my house I have the presence. These are all the archangels, and they uphold the covenant of Allah. The ark of the covenant is the heart of the believer, not a box that had to be carried in the time of Sayyidina Musa, but the real covenant and the real ark, the vessel and vehicle to hold God's contract is the heart of the believer. And the archangels are holding that reality. So that exactly like an arc, because there's 2 points here, 2 points here, and these 4 angels are holding that reality. Its guardian is Sayyidina Malik all around them. So as you look, 2 points, these are the 2 angels holding the covenant. The first Sayyidina Jibreel salam, that I'm responsible to bring knowledge into your heart. Allah assigned me to bring knowledges into your heart. My presence in your being will guarantee continuous knowledges flowing. Then Sayyidina Mikaeel salam will introduce himself that I am the angel of sustenance and struggle, warfare. That when Allah assigned me to enter into your heart, that the sustenance is under my command. So Sayyidina Mikaeel brings the sustenance. When Allah wants to open His house for the believer, Sayyidina Mikaeel comes into the heart and says, now whatever Allah has decreed of a sustenance to your soul and to your physicality, it's under my command. It comes by order of Allah and immediately dispensed into your being. Nobody can touch your sustenance and nobody can interfere with what Allah is sending upon your soul and upon your physicality, because its guardian is Sayyidina Mikaeel right inside your being. Whatever stopped by Allah's permission, whatever granted by Allah's permission. That's just a test for other people of why they do what they do to pious people. So it means that that reality of Sayyidina Mikaeel is within them. So then gives you an understanding when you go and get dua from a house of Allah, there's a lot of things in that house. There's a lot of beings in that house, there's a lot of realities in that house. When you ask for knowledge and ask for dua of knowledge, Sayyidina Jibreel is in there. And when he says Ameen, they say Ameen. That's why then the du'as are so powerful from them. From Sayyidina Mikaeel goes down to Sayyidina Israel and Sayyidina Israfil. Sayyidina Israel comes to the servant that Allah is sending me to teach you how to die. I am assigned on taking death and how the servant will reach death. Means at that time they train that servant on how to negate yourself to the point in which they bring the soul out in an instant. As soon as you sit with them in association, their soul is outside of the body. The energy that you feel with energized guides who are real guides is the power of their soul. If that one didn't reach to their soul to come out, you feel nothing in the association, and they can say as much as they want of who they are. There's nothing, because the soul has not come out, the contract has not been reversed. What people feel from that reality is that Sayyidina Israel is teaching them how to die. When they learned how to die, as soon as they enter into their associations, their zikr, their practices like a hal, their soul comes out. It comes out with a divine love and ishq. You play a little bit of the salawats, little bit of something beatific, and their soul is out moving with love. It has no interest in staying inside the body. That soul that comes out dresses everyone, whether it's here or through the internet. Anyone gazing at them, the soul of their being and their reality goes out and dresses everything with whatever Allah. So we said before, it's hard to think in a physical, when these are spiritual teachings, it's like a laser, like a light. You shoot out a light, that light goes everywhere and dresses everything from its light, catches everyone's light and grafts inside their light. Whatever your light is lacking, when their soul comes out, it dresses everything and even picks the residue of your light back into them. So that to dress it and to make a bond of love and ishq that begin to dress them. Sayyidina Israfil comes and Allah assigned that Sayyidina Israfil said, I'm here by Allah's command to teach you how to rise. That Israel taught you how to die, I teach you how to rise and to enter into the heavenly kingdom. To blow the trumpet in which you enter into the Divinely Presence. Means then those lights, they don't have to come and go, but Sayyidina Israel is on their soul. and teaches them about death. And in every association teaches everyone's soul how to die, how to lower your desire, how to lower all these characteristics. And that's why then in the association they can learn how their soul comes out of their body, because Sayyidina Israel is with them and going and teaching them, lower the desire, and that we can bring your soul out. Doesn't matter whether they're physically with them or they're watching through the internet. Sayyidina Israfil comes and teaches them how to rise into the heavens, that these people, their soul comes out and shoots like a rocket into the Divinely Presence, and anywhere they go they teach that reality. And the guardian of that entire covenant, that you have Sayyidina Jibreel, Mikael, Sayyidina Israel, Sayyidina Israfil and Sayyidina Malik alayhi salam. And Sayyidina Malik is the guardian of paradise. Some say the guardian of Jahannam, because those are the people who are not going to paradise. But he's the guardian of paradise. Your paradise is only as good as God's protection upon you. If there's no protection for paradise, every shayateen would have entered and destroyed everything. Means the guardian of paradise is Allah's security forces. So for Allah to open the house of His Divinely house upon the heart of the servant, Allah has to secure all of its realities. And what Allah secured with, the best of security, is a big dragon behind them, Sayyidina Malik, and all his zabani are out to defend that wali. They don't show themselves because of the haybah that would cause fear in people's hearts, even not knowing it and seeing it. But they are all present to guard that reality. So when Allah wants to open the covenant and the ark of the believer, that Allah is sending these angels, but the most important that comes is Sayyidina Malik that comes, that I am here to guard you and guard the trust that you walk upon this earth with. What realities Allah bestowing upon you, shayateen are going to take. At that time immediately that dragon appears and two flags of Alimul Qadir are upon that wali. That they have the flag of Al-Alim, of Allah's ancient knowledges, and Al-Qadir, that Allah's ancient powers. And that you see them in those images of the shaykhs, and behind them a big dragon, black dragons. So it means that reality is always upon their soul. This house of Allah has a tremendous power, tremendous reality. It's not something small. When we understood that greatness of that kingdom, then they teach that reality, so that this pettiness of this physical world is so limited and has so of its nothingness. Imagine the greatness of what God has in store for the soul and its realities. We pray that Allah open from those realities, bless us with these realities. Now quickly coming into the month of Rajab, Sha'ban, Ramadan, those are the holy of holies in which Allah dresses and opens the secrets of lights and the secret of realities. We pray that Allah bless us and dress us, and that these lights and these angels, that they watch over us and dress us and bless us with all of our struggles in that Divinely way, inshaAllah. Bi hurmati Muhammad al-Mustafa wa basir Surat al-Fatiha. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Shukran. InshaAllah we do our salams. This one, Mati?